We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again.
Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's good, bro?
Man, listen. What you trying to get accomplished this week? What's the goals for this week? And not that I'm asking you that with anything in particular. I mean generic. What we always talk about what we got planned for the week. What's the goal for the week?
Man, to get this doggone song recorded, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Man, let's get this music going though. Let's get this topic. We got a lot of things to go through.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you smell what the rock. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Greatest podcast of all time.
Listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. We are live. Oh, and the Instagram, by the way. We are live on both platforms at the same time. Whenever you click on the notifications, click on the bell, you get the heads up whenever your boys is doing their thing. Ace Kennedy. I cut you off. You were about to say what now?
No, I was just gonna ask you what was your goal since you was so wondering what I had going on.
Well, you know what's funny, man? My goal, I got 2 songs that I know are keepers. And the one thing that I'm trying my best to not do, I'm trying not to introduce more songs before I finish these, right? So my goal is to finish these 2 songs by the end of this week. And when I say specifically, if I could have these 2 songs officially done by the end of today, then I would have already accomplished from Sunday until for the entire week my goal, because I know that the songs are dope. And I'm just trying to figure out a final version of it. I listened to one of the songs and I was just like, you know what, man? I probably could do this one better. And so I fooled around and I re-recorded the whole thing just a few minutes ago. And I'm glad I did, because I re-recorded and I like it better though now. So
You is the king of re-recording songs. You got about
I will re-record this one. I listen. This was funny. See, this is the reason why. The reason why I think that it's different is because the more I listen to the song, the more I know it naturally, right? So the more I know it, the more I hear different little things, and I was like, I probably could have said this a little bit better or emphasized that. And so that's why the more I listen to it, the better I think that the song can be. And so that's the reason why I went ahead and said, all right, yeah, let me just go ahead and this one I re-recorded. I kept the chorus, right? No, actually, I already changed the chorus before, but just redid it. And then I'm about to change this, kind of move around some things on the second half of the song, and I think it'll be done. But everything else sonically, I love. I love the mix. I love everything else about it. So, but my goal is for both of these songs to just be completely done, and I'm hands off for the entire week, because I kind of got a feeling that, especially with this week being the last week of school here, I'm gonna probably have my boy PBR come through for more sessions, and I just want to have my stuff done and clear by the time he come on.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. So that's my goal. So if I can knock out these two songs by the end of the week, if I could do them today, and provided that those two are done, we good today. That will still give me 3-4 days to whip up something new, right? And so if I can whip up something new by before Ryan comes on up and do two more songs before he pull up, then yeah, this would be probably a cream of the crop week though. Yeah. So what up though, man?
Shoot, what we got on deck, bro?
Yeah,
So
so
much to talk about.
so much to talk about. And listen, um, let's get into these playoffs, so bro. First, let's tackle these playoffs, so right?
All right.
I am kind of curious on, since we last got on, OKC unfortunately has been eliminated.
Yeah.
Dallas is on. First off, tell me what you think about that series to begin with.
I have not actually talked about this since it happened.
Okay.
I mean, obviously I'm disappointed because, Oklahoma's my team, but I'm not disappointed with the Thunder as a whole. Like, I think this was an incredible year, a year of uh, you know, upsets for people because nobody gave us a shot, nobody paid attention to us. Um, it got to a point where I just stopped listening to people talk about the Thunder because you can tell they've never watched a Thunder game, don't know the personnel, don't like you just out here just making random statements and your go-to statements. Oh, they too young, they don't like, as though we haven't played everybody in the NBA, or we haven't had these matchup problems all year, or that we haven't had adversity because we hadn't been in the playoffs. Like, the playoffs we lost, you know what I'm saying? And, I love what Shea had to say, now, now that the niceness is out of the way, Tony Brothers was a part of the refereeing team of the game that we were eliminated on. And of course, he was the one that made the call that said Shea fouled what's his name in the corner, when the NBA's rule is if you touch the ball first and then your hand slides, then they wouldn't call that a foul. But they took it a step further by saying, oh, well, the ball never moved when he touched the ball, so that's why it wasn't deemed marginal contact. Now, mind you, the reason why I bring this up, it's not that I'm crying about the call. Again, I love what Shea said about it. Shea said at the end of the day, I should have never reached to foul him because I'm disciplined enough to know that I should have lived or died by the shot. We still had a timeout. We could have called timeout, then all of that. So let's get past that. The point I'm making is this particular series has been very physical. There have been a many of calls that weren't made, of people ending up on the floor with all types of stuff happening. But at the end of the game, when the game is on the line, you all of a sudden is to the letter of the law about rules, which, like I said, he touched the ball first. So all that to say, congratulations to the Mavericks. I still hate Luka. I like Kyrie. I hate Luka. Luka is over Thickums. He's my Tony Parker.
He's number one for you.
He's number one. Here's the thing. He's not number one because of his play. I think Luka is phenomenal. I think he's one of the best players I've seen. I like his shooting capability, but when it comes to the rest of Luka, his crying is by far the worst I've ever seen. Like I said, worse than Thickums. Thickums, when I used to watch him, right? You would swear up and down he never thinks he fouls. And Luca is just, if you don't call something for me, or if you call something on me, it's an issue. It's always an issue. It doesn't matter what it is. It is always an issue. I mean, he literally got teched up in the beginning of the game, and then all of a sudden they ain't want to call no more techs on him because they was protecting the playoffs. That's the stuff I'm talking about. The inconsistencies on the calls. If you're not going to call stuff in the game, then the call at the end of the game you shouldn't call. So all that to say, if he would have made the shot or missed it or whatever the case may be. So yeah, that's my take. I'm not sitting here saying that I think, Oklahoma should have won. They had opportunities to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm just disappointed that they didn't win. But as far as Luka, the player, I cannot stand him. He's a crybaby. But congrats to the team for real in real life. I like Jason Kidd. I like the adjustments he made. I like the drafts that they made to get themselves into this position. So I don't hate Dallas. I just absolutely hate Luka's attitude on the court.
This is. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Luka's good, but it's weird because I find myself rooting against him, and it's like I think the thing is this: what Luka is Luka, especially on defense. When it comes to the foul calls that they call on him, because if you watch, like out of all the foul calls, every other foul call on him, he's trying to tell them to review it because it feels like he thinks the only fouls that he makes are the ones he's willing to admit that he says, "Oh, these are the ones I did on purpose." So that's the thing I think it is. It's like, "Dog, come on, bro. Like you seriously, we already know you don't play very good defense. So when they call you for fouls, like, bro, chalk that up as, yeah, we know you don't play defense. But I think the part that I think is still mind blowing when it comes to Luka is the when he thinks he's getting foul calls, because I think that what happens is that he initiates a lot of contact. He's bigger than most of the players guarding him, right? And so I think that what he'll end up doing, and this is the thing I think that's Luka will give up about 6 points a game just on him staying back and arguing with the referees for a few seconds. Oh, the team that went down there the other end, they scored a fast break or got numbers on the fast break. And so I think that's probably my thing with him. I'm like, bro, listen, you are too good. Like, I know that I know Luka has to be top 10 in the NBA for free throw attempts a game. And I think that that's pretty high considering, right? I'm pretty sure like Joel Embiid is up there, right? High up there because he's just bigger, right? I would think that somebody like Joker's up there. He's big and he has the ball a lot. I would think AD would be up there. If I'm just throwing in, Shea is also up there because I think that Shea gives you an efficient. He has the ball. He does a lot of things. I think that Shea doesn't shoot as many jump shots as Luka does, and so because of that, I think that he just has the opportunity to because he does a lot of driving, he gets to the paint a lot. But I think that when it comes to Luka, though, man, like he's real whiny though, bro. And I just be looking like, all right, bro, I want to appreciate the game. Like I want to appreciate everything that he does. But I think that the bro just be whining so much though, man, that I'm just like, nah, you too good for that. It reminds me of when James Harden, for like maybe the first 2 years that he really took off when he was with the Rockets, and he would just flop for these calls and argue with these calls. And I'm just thinking, and that's when I started hating James Harden. And so I was like, I want to root for Luka, but bro, you making it kind of hard for me to root for you though, bro, with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't get past the whining. And my thing is, I don't even have an issue with him drawing contact, because my thing is Lou Dort takes on that responsibility of guarding the best players. And he had his up and down games with Luka, but you just got to learn how to guard these people.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like how they ref Lou Dort. And the problem that I have, right, is that it felt like Lou Dort was all up in his chest, and it was good, physical, clean defense, right? And what I don't like about how it's almost like you've already eliminated, because you look at it on the first team, all defense, it was all forwards and centers. The second team was all guards. Now I don't know where Lou Dort comes into play. I'd imagine that he would be third team all defense, whatever it is, though, right? So you've already basically reduced the impact of defensive players. So when somebody is playing clean, to me, I feel like it's a detriment to the game overall when you don't allow somebody to play good, physical, clean defense. And I personally, like, I thought that Lou Dort, because at that one point, I think I saw a stat that Luka was only averaging like 23 a game when Lou Dort was guarding him, right? And then I just thought that the NBA just looked and wanted Luka to do more, to be more of a superstar. And I think that they were calling fouls. They got Lou Dort out of the game so early, bro. And I was like, Luka ain't doing that much, bro.
The worst part about it is when he would try to step over a screen and then they would try to call that.
Oh my God.
I hated
It's
that.
like, come on, man. But let me ask you this though. Did you see before we talk about the step up, the Knicks Pacers?
I feel bad for the Knicks, bro. Here's the thing. I know you don't like the Knicks. I know you don't like them, but I'm just objectively, I hate it for the Knicks because to me, they didn't have a fair shot. I get it. Injuries are a part of the game, but they was falling like flies, bro. They were falling like flies. It got to a point where even what's his name had to leave the game because he had a fractured hand. So it's, but I mean, who cares though? Like Boston is going to the finals. It doesn't even matter. It's a foregone conclusion. If I was
the bad part about it is that they just, to me, what makes it look even crazier is that I think that Boston has the easiest route to the finals that I've seen in quite some time, bro. Because you think about it, right? They faced, just say in the East, right? Giannis was basically down the whole time, right? So Giannis was down, and then even when Miami moved on, right? Dame didn't play in the last game. Then Jimmy Butler was down. Joel Embiid was down, right? And so then outside of Joel Embiid, when it comes to the Knicks, Jalen Brunson was down. Julius Randle was down. Mitchell Robinson was down. Josh Hart. OG and Josh Hart, they all went down. And so it's like, while some of those teams didn't go through the Knicks, I'm just saying that the Pacers was the only team that I know of that didn't have one of their key guys be injured. And now it's them. Not that I expected any more of the Knicks. I thought that, it means something that, well, damn, the Pacers, they at least are healthy. I think that look at it like this. I don't know if the Pacers are inexperienced because Therese Halliburton is the only person that's fairly young that they rely on, right? But I think that I think this is going to be another one of those years that Boston just gets there, but it's going to be a cakewalk, I think. So I think that it's interesting, though, because I tried to tell somebody the other day that I think that the West would be more battle tested, whoever comes out of it. So for me, I don't know. Should I pick Boston to win the whole thing? Because they've had the least amount of resistance, and so they should be fresher, right? They've been washing everybody. Or should I pick the more battle tested team?
I don't know because Boston has had the best record all year. Like they've consistently looked like the best team in the NBA. So I understand what you're saying. Trust me, because I definitely think that Minnesota got a gang of confidence after playing Denver. So, yeah.
Yo, here's the thing about that's interesting about the Celtics. They've had the best record, and while they've had a winning record against the West, they don't have a winning record against the teams that were in the playoffs for the West. So they beat a bunch of teams in the West, but not the ones that were in the playoffs. I think they have a losing record. So I don't know. So to me, it's like I know Boston is good. I just don't know if I'm basing it off of the games. Like I think that it means something that even if the Nuggets made it out, right? If the Nuggets made it out, I think that it would say something about the Nuggets that they beat a really good team versus Boston, who's getting in there, and they did what they're supposed to do. That's the beauty of being the number one seed. I just think that when you get there, though, bro, it's just one of them things where I don't know. Even now, I think that the Timberwolves, right? They face stiffer. They beat the champs, so I got to pick them as a favorite to beat the Mavs. So, bro, just right off the cuff. And so even then, because they beat the champs, I'm inclined to believe that they'll beat Boston too. I think in 7 games, this is my thing. I don't think that the guard play, that you have to double anybody, at least right now. Who knows? Somebody get hot and they get on fire or whatever. But I don't think that they got to necessarily double nobody.
I got a couple of questions. Do you think Kristaps Porzingis brings anything to the table?
Nothing that I would say gives you the advantage. Like to
Okay.
me, no. I'm not. It is weird. I'm not the biggest Porzingis fan. I
I'm not
think
either, but he
personally,
fits well with Boston, though. He has looked very good with Boston.
he has. I mean, he has with them.
Yeah,
But
because
this is
he's
this.
open. You would think because they're not doubling you. They're gonna either double Jaylen Brown or they're gonna double Tatum. So you got wide open looks and you're knocking
See,
them down.
he should be because you know what it is. I think that maybe you're right because he's to me the fourth best player on their team, right? The fourth best player, and then he's a good four option. But I think that the problem is right is I think that you think that would be the case though, but he takes a lot of shots away from the paint to me though, bro. And I'm not the biggest fan of your center taking the threes like that, but I understand why because it kind of gives him their version of the Bucks, right? Where you kind of have this big lineup that you can toss out there. I just think that if they played against the Timberwolves, right, I think that he just becomes a moot point because then I think if anything, you can put Rudy Gobert on him straight up, right? You can put I like Nas Reed over him, right? So that's when I look. I think that you can put Jaden Daniels on Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown straight up. I think you can put Antman on them straight up. So that's what I'm saying. Now, if they play against the Mavs, I think that they're gonna wash the Mavs. I think that they'll beat the Mavs in 6, maybe 5. But I think that Minnesota can win, though, bro. Can beat them.
Yeah. I was just about that was my next question. Is it a foregone conclusion that it's Minnesota to you? That you think they gonna
I used to have the theory that anybody who wins game 3 for some reason is a team that I would say is gonna win. But then the Wolves won the first 2 games and then lost 3 straight games, right? So I don't know, man. Like I kind of gotta feel I gotta see how the first game looks and then what the second game, the adjustments look like, though, man. So I don't know.
Yeah,
But I
because
think if you get down
the
2-0 on either of these, it's gone. It's a wrap.
the Mavs typically lose the first game and then make adjustments.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that, though, man. Like, listen, it's being just a Jason Kidd, just in general, though, man. Like, I think I just like I like the pop culture feel of Jason Kidd, though, bro. So I think that's dope. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, you sent me that thing with Bronny about him being a potential offer from a Saudi Arabia. Is that real, bro?
I think it is. I forgot what site I pulled it from. And again, the reason why I think it's real, right? Is because you think about the long money they've been offering like golf, right? Golf did what they did with the PGA, right? And all these golfers was like, that's some long bread over there. You know what I'm saying? And you think about the deal that's on the table with the WWE with Saudi Arabia. So it could very well be real. You know what I'm saying?
They've been giving the soccer boys long money. I think that what's my guy?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. They gave him so much money that I think that he was like the highest paid player in according to Forbes this year. Listen, bro, this is the way I look at it, man. So they said, okay, according to this, it says, according to a reliable source, highly reliable source from Bronny James's manager, which I'm assuming is going to be
Clutch.
LeBron and them people clutching them, right? While NBA teams hesitate and waver, a team from the Saudi League is pulling out all the stops to sign Bronny to a staggering $900 million contract over 4 years. Right? This says this anonymous team is confident in their ability to recruit the young Bronny along with the NBA king LeBron James, hoping that the famous father-son duo will elevate their league to new heights. Listen here, bro. First off, why does the Saudi prince on the thing you sent me look like Rudy Gobert, bro? That's the funny thing. But I think be honest with you, bro. That's too much money for them to pass up, bro. I'm gone.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? So then what do you say to Caitlin Clark who passed up $5 million?
Listen, I think she was a fool for doing so. I personally do, right? Because I think that you think though she basically passed a 5 mil for what their season is like basically 3 weeks, three calendar weeks. So right, I thought that was crazy. But here's my thing though, right? Okay, so they're trying to get their league, right? So if I'm LeBron and you talk about you want ownership of a team, this is now you can parlay this to ownership of your whole league because you think about all the players that are in China, right? Who are good. You think about the Michael Beasleys of the world, Sharif Cooper, who I always bring up, he's in China playing. You got all these great NBA players. You got Dwight Howard playing in some league in Taiwan, right? And I'm just sitting here saying, like, all right, if you're telling me that the money isn't as big of an option. If you're saying 4 years at basically $1 billion, $250 million a year, though, bro. I just think that, and that's what they said they were offering Bronny. If they're saying the Bronny and LeBron package, even still, I think that that's so much money that I don't know how you pass that up, bro. That will far exceed it because if LeBron wants to be on billionaire status, he is. This would basically double his net worth right overnight. So I think that you do it though, bro. And if your goal is long term, you want to do an NBA team. Now you got the cash flow to do it though, bro. So if I'm LeBron, I'm out. I'm chucking the. This is my thing. What really does LeBron? What else does LeBron have left to prove?
I mean, to be honest, he wants that other ring so he can say he got 6 like Jordan. That's what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. He
No, he
said,
got 4.
huh?
He got 4 rings. He wouldn't
Yeah,
have 6.
yeah,
He got
yeah,
5.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
Even then, you ain't gonna never say he your goat.
No, I'm not. But that's
Right.
what I'm
So
saying. Though.
that's
Like, yeah, but that I'm different though. Like, here's my
well, here
thing.
we go. Here we go. If LeBron, let me ask you this. Okay, here we go.
I told you my
LeBron stayed.
criteria.
I get you. I get what you mean. But here's what I'm saying. If LeBron James stayed in the league for 3 years, 3 more years he signed on. So my dude would be 41 years old by the time he's done playing. 41. And then let's say for the next straight 3 years, right? LeBron won 3 straight rings. He three-peated 3 straight rings, right? And it's on all 3 of those rings. He was the finals MVP. So that means at 38 finals MVP, 39 finals MVP, 40 finals MVP, or even by 41. If you say 39, 30, 40, 41, you would have a 41-year-old finals MVP, and he's won 3 straight rings. That means he would have 7 rings, one more than Jordan. You still wouldn't call him your GOAT, though, right?
What is shoes selling for?
See, that's my thing. See, so that's what I'm saying. So if somebody offers you $1 billion over 4 years, it's like what else does LeBron? Because this is my thing.
But
If
that's
he's
what I'm
not trying
saying
to play
though.
with
But
Bronny,
here's the thing though, Charles. I am different than most people though. You have already crossed over.
I
Other
don't think
people,
you are different. I don't think that you're very different from people who haven't crossed over. Because here's what I mean. The reason why I say that is because I think that there's nothing that LeBron would ever be able to do to convince somebody. Some people will still hang LeBron losing to the Mavs or to the Spurs on him forever. Like that was enough for that he could never be redeemed, right? And I think that so to by and large, I don't think that rings will do it. So if LeBron James only has 3 more years, right? Then it's like, well, what are you trying to accomplish in 3 years? If you don't win any rings, all right, you ain't with the rings. People won't expect you to be the old man winning rings. But if you do win the rings, the people who don't think you're the GOAT aren't gonna change their mind. So it's like,
I
take
got
that bread, you and Bronny go on over to Saudi Arabia for 3 months out of the year and go ahead and get that, bro. That's a dub. He already has generational wealth now. This is next level generational wealth, though, bro.
yeah. So my new criteria for LeBron, bro. Uh LeBron's gonna have to while they doing a search for coach, they're gonna have to name LeBron the coach. They're gonna have to also he's gonna have to be the general manager of the Lakers. And then so he's gonna be the first player coach ever because he's gonna play and coach and help them pick.
Magic was a player coach.
Really?
Yeah, Magic played and coached.
Okay.
I think Bill Russell was. Yeah, I think Bill Russell was too.
Okay.
I only know the most recent one was Magic. Magic was a player coach.
Didn't know that. Didn't know.
Yeah.
Well,
and by the way, Magic had a pro league where he was a player and owner of the whole league.
I was talking
Jordan
about
didn't have to do this though.
Nah, of course not.
Okay.
Nah, Jordan is a whole goat. He is goated for life, bro.
Listen, if I'm LeBron James,
and the other thing too, since you done named LeBron your GOAT, dog, I need you to trade in all your Jordans and you should only be wearing LeBrons from this point on. You shouldn't even be wearing no Jordans. Only LeBrons.
Let me tell you something, Ace Kennedy.
Only LeBron.
Listen, bro. I've never even owned a pair of LeBrons ever in my life, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. This your king? This is your king?
I've never listened.
This is your GOAT?
I've been tempted to buy some several times, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
You should at least get like the newer ones. Some of the newer ones is cool.
I do want to get. I will get me some newer ones. But here's my thing. This is the thing. The reason why I don't wear LeBrons is the same reason why I would never wear any Jordans outside of the Jordan 12s. Right, 12 and below, I'm good. It's because all the LeBrons are true athletic on-court shoes to me. And I think that I'm far past the days. 2013 was the last time I remember wearing basketball shoes with jeans. Right? Like true basketball. Like, think about that. Like, for me, like I remember having some KDs that I thought I'm just gonna wear these just for casual wear, right? Casually. So I don't wear basketball shoes for casual wear with jeans, right? Throw some cargos on with my KDs. I did that, right? I never liked the design of LeBron's enough to do it. But I haven't done with any basketball shoe. You ain't gonna see me walking around with some Steph Curry's on.
So
with some jeans.
What are you wearing with your jeans, bro?
Or Jordans. That's the bad part. I wear Jordans with it. Only certain with my Jordans, I only wear Jordans 1s through 4s. I don't wear nothing outside of those with jeans, though, bro. At least, and outside of that, I might wear runners. Like I'm always wearing my New Balances and everything like that. But I just don't. I've never been one since maybe high school. 2013 maybe was the last time. 16 that I actually wore basketball shoes with jeans. Yes. And it was probably some KDs though, bro. Probably some KDs.
The older I get, the more I'm going to wear basketball shoes. The reason why? Because if you're building these shoes for the stability of the best players in the world, and I'm getting older, my feet are getting older, why would I not want the best support on my feet the older I get?
That makes sense. Like, here's what I think. This is what I mean. This is a perfect example. So, like, I think it's dope that you got some Grinches. I would never wear them with jeans. Like, if I wore them with sweatpants, that'd be one thing, right? I could wear them with sweats. But I'm talking about to style, not just to wear. But I'm talking about, like, it's one thing if I'm rocking it and I'm wearing it for comfort. But I'm talking about styling, and that's the reason why I've never bought any LeBrons, because he had the one Miami Nights, the lows, that I thought were fire. But outside of that, I thought that all of the KD shoes that were the low top KDs, they look better because, again, they were low. Now, mind you, I never played basketball in low top shoes. So that was the reason why I was like, oh, yeah, I can wear the KDs. with jeans because they hot top. But to wear high tops, I don't even like foam posits because they hot tops though, bro. Like, nah. I just don't. It ain't my thing though, bro. But I do get it. Now it would be easier though, right? Because most of the basketball shoes now are low tops. Even the Antmans, they got the same the AEs, they got them in lows though, right? But nah, I remember though, man, when back when the KDs, man, like the KD, I think they were like maybe the sixes, the
The
original
sixes and
up pearl.
fours.
Yeah, sixes and fours. They was dope and they was hard. But I guess if I was gonna do it, now would be the time to do it. I guess I just gotta find the LeBrons that I think, all right,
Yeah, especially because they're low. You know what I'm saying? They're low now, and they almost look like. I mean, they almost look like the Kobe's. Let's just call it what it is. So,
thanks. You
yeah,
used to be, you know what I'm saying? But they used to be able to go out, like you used to be able to go in style, like fly, like, oh, I'm about to step out. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put that shit on. So I'm about to wear these. You know what I'm saying? Now I just don't, even though I'm older now, you know what I'm saying? You think that was 8 years ago. So it's like thinking about that, I just don't know. Like, yeah. I got some J's, and I think they look lifestyle. Like, I don't know if I wear basketball shoes for lifestyle, especially not hot tops though.
yeah. You
Yeah,
so weird. You are so weird with that.
I am though, man. I think, and it's weird too, man, because like I think maybe because I'm finally wearing slimmer clothes now, I
Yeah,
just don't know how all the hot tops will look on the bottom though, bro. That's a
yeah.
big
But the
thing.
problem is your feet are proportionate to your body, though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you out here with no 15s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's proportionate. But what's funny to me when you was just explaining that story, you reminded me of Paul Pierce cussing, not cussing, but uh when he was on there with Skip them, bro,
Yeah.
talking like he forgot he was on TV, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro. But you know what though? That is part of the reason why this is the funny thing about it. There's part of the reason why there are certain Jordans that I probably just haven't bought, right? So like for me, Jordan ones, threes, fours, maybe fives to me are lifestyle. So they can be high tops. And I prefer, I guess I don't have a preference of Jordan ones, right? But I
I,
think that sixes, sevens, that looks more, it looks so much like like a true basketball shoe that then I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm sure I could pull it off, but it just hasn't been anything I've been in a rush to try to do though. But then you got 11s. Concords are different because then they go with everything,
what
right?
about
Reds go with
12s?
everything. Space Jam, yeah, you could wear a suit with them if you wanted to. You could wear slacks with them. It's different though, bro. But I couldn't see pulling out some trousers, right? Some slacks with the LeBrons. Just ain't this ain't it though, bro. Nah.
Let's get into it, bro.
What we doing, bro? So listen, Thanksgiving. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you, bro. That boy said I ain't wear ones until I was 30 plus. Listen,
A lot of people probably like.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I was. Let me before we jump on this.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But I think that it was for two different reasons. For one, I was late getting into sneakers like that, right? I
Yeah,
was real late.
real
I
late.
don't think I got into sneakers until my 30s, right? And the
Yeah.
only reason why, the only reason why I really got into sneakers like that was because of Landon. I would get Landon, especially when he started getting to like the fourth grade, fifth grade, and everything like that. But I think that Jordans wasn't released at the frequency that they are now, right? And they didn't have the colors, right? And so I don't think that I bought. This was crazy. The first pair, so oddly enough, I posted a picture of this the other day. So I bought some Jordan ones. Those were the first Jordans that I ever bought with my own money. They came out in 2012, right? So you thinking 32, right? Is when those came out. That's when I bought my first pair of Jordans of any kind with my own money. Right now, I've had people buy me some. Like me, my wife bought me some for my birthday a couple of times for Christmas and everything like that. She picked them out and everything like that. But the Jordan ones, yeah, like I've never been one where, even back in high school, I wasn't going post up at the mall early, miss a couple of days for class. I wasn't that pressed though, bro. It's like if I could see him in the store, cool. But yeah, it was probably in my 30s in general though, bro. So for me, by default, I bought Jordan ones, and that was one of the first ones I bought. And I was like, oh yeah, I like these. I'm sold. I've been on Jordan ones ever since. But I think that in general, I didn't get into sneakers until 30s, like to probably about 30 though, bro. Yeah, 30. And listen, by the way, I still remember when Eric Sellers pulled up to high school with the Iversons, the first Iverson ones. He was the first person that I saw to have the Iversons. It was the blue ones, the ones with the blue tips. I think I remember him seeing him early that morning, and he didn't have them, but wore something else. Left. And when I saw him by lunchtime, he was wearing them. The first person I had ever seen wearing them, though, bro. No, shout out to Eric, though, by the way. Yeah. I still remember that.
That boy was a cold drummer, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, so
let's jump into it.
You more, though.
Yeah.
So, hey, listen, this is the one thing that I'll be honest with you. So when we last met, according to the last thing we saw in regards to Diddy, there were been all the allegations, right?
Yeah.
And then he at one point came out and said, you know what? I'm tired of y'all out here throwing dirt on my name out here. I'm innocent of all this, and it's gonna come out and it's gonna show what's what. That was probably like a month or two ago, right? Shortly after the Lil Rod thing, and shortly after Cassie's original, accusations and lawsuit that she was going to file.
I thought that was in December, though.
Was it December?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while because you gotta think.
Lil Rod was like not that long ago.
It wasn't, but we're in May. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
okay. So, okay. Right.
Yeah. I'm thinking December is when he made the Instagram post about, because I think Cassie filed in like in November, and that got settled quick. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was this year, bro.
Bro, that was November.
Now, you sure? I thought that was like.
Hold on.
Okay, so listen. So since then, though, right after Diddy came out and said, whoop-de-woo, I'm y'all gonna see whatever, right? Then comes this video from last week of him just dog walking Cassie out here, though, man. And what's crazy about it is that you see this hotel video. This is from 2016. So
November 16, 2023 is when she filed.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so listen. This video comes out from 2016.
16. Yep.
16. So mind you, this is 8 years ago, right? This is around the last time I was wearing some KDs with some jeans, right? So you see her. I don't know if she's trying to get away from him, but she's walking away apparently down the hall. And the boy Diddy just comes from behind her and yanks her down, falling down. She pulls her back. She falls down, and then he kicks her, right? Grabs his bag, which I'm dying to know what was in the bag. What was so important? What was in the bag? But then there's a stump, wrestling style stump on the way out, though, and was about to try to drag her back to the room. Ace Kennedy, do you know how disgusted I was with this, though, bro?
Bro, it was so unreal that it almost looked like that they were filming something for a movie, bro. And, obviously he has since come out and said how he was drunk and he was, whatever. But, bro, I just need somebody to be faithful to me like that boy Diddy Towel, bro. That's what I need.
Never came off.
Towel never moved, bro. But no, the video was disgusting, bro. I think, like I said, it's because you think in 2024, right? We scroll Instagram, we scroll TikTok, and we see stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is almost very easy once a day you see somebody getting killed on camera, like
Right.
real people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was almost like when you saw this, it looked like it had to be something staged. They were shooting for a music video, something like you just couldn't believe what you were seeing. And then the internet just went rampant because, of course, everybody's like, "Oh, I believe everything." Like, I appreciated whose apology I appreciated the most was Slim Thug,
Yes.
because uh at least when he came out and was just like, "Look, I know what I said. I needed to see proof. This was my
Yeah, you
proof."
needed to see it. You
Yeah,
needed
he
to
said,
see it to
"Yeah,
yeah.
I don't want to just blindly just go against what a black man is saying, because typically it is our first response, right?
Right.
That
Right.
when females say something, we just automatically believe them, and we know that there are people that lie, that do stuff, and what I'm saying, that are looking for the bag. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
the fact that it's the timing, because Diddy had dropped his album, he was on tour doing his thing, like the momentum was moving for the Love Project, and then boom, November you get hit with this, and then the little Rod thing, and then all the other allegations coming out. So it's like
It, it looks like, so I'm gonna be honest with you. It felt like to me, and like one of the things that I was holding, not to say that the reasonable doubt to me was that, all right, you know what, is it possible, right? Is it possible that maybe she's with this new dude, the trainer, and that, you know what I'm saying, it ain't quite like Diddy money. Like maybe it was like I almost like caught myself, to be honest with you, because from the reasonable doubt standpoint, not as much as like Slim Thug, but just, and not even so much as the fan, like we say, until the proof comes on now. Like we was holding out on the Megan, we was holding out on the Tory, and you more than me. I'm all on Megan right there, admittedly, right? But you would always say until something like that comes out, the absolute proof. And part of me just was kind of like I was like, because I've always been a Diddy fan. Most people don't want to admit that now. Like it's because it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a Diddy fan. I admit it though, bro. But this,
right.
I was so disgusted because this was my guy, right? And despite all the stuff that you've heard, it did mean something different to me to actually see it.
100%. But I think that's the problem, though, right? That's the thing people got to stop doing, acting like when a person is found guilty, then all of a sudden you just knew that person was like that. Like, no, it's okay to say that, hey, I was a fan of R. Kelly at a point until I saw this. I was a fan of Diddy until I saw this. You know what I'm saying? And that was a thing. I put a question of the day up. Like, when a person does something bad, does that just erase everything that they've done? Like, so you stop? Are you gonna stop listening to everything Bad Boy now?
Okay. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I think there's certain Bad Boy songs that I just can't give up. Now I'm not willing to give up certain songs. But I'm not gonna listen to just, not that I listen to. I never just said the Love album done. It's trash. It's trash. It goes straight into the trash. But after that, there's been some years since I said, "Oh, let me put that Diddy on." Right. So with that being said, it's easier for Diddy than it was to me for R. Kelly, because I used to actively listen to R. Kelly regularly.
You
Right.
used to dance to R. Kelly
We
regularly.
used to dance to R. Kelly. And Biggie and Bad Boy. I was a big fan of Bad Boy, right? And because I was a fan of Bad Boy, I was a fan of Diddy. With that being said, I still like to listen to Harlem World. I still like to listen to Black Rob's original album. I still like to listen to the Locks old stuff. So for nostalgia purposes, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with still listening to them. And while sure, Diddy still benefits from that as well, I guess to me, I do feel like if I was drawing a line in the sand, I can't listen to no Diddy full projects. I can't. But I don't feel like I'm just going to give up my other favorite artist that was associated with him
Yeah, because I'm not gonna
because
stop
of
listening
the
to
association.
112, bro.
You're not listening to 112?
I said I'm not gonna stop listening to
Okay,
112.
okay, okay. because I like 112 still to this day. I got my playlist, and I have my party playlist, and like a lot of my party playlists are bad boy songs because I do, man. But it's tough, man, because like I said, I was a big fan. So I'm not gonna lie though, man. As somebody who like I was like holding out just as a fan of his, like maybe there's these people have been attacking him for years and yada yada yada. Seeing it, nah, I believe every single thing that she was saying, bro.
Two things. Number one, so his son just dropped this song before the video came out. 50 was going at it, and of course, Meek Mill had something to say about that, bro. What is it? Ill time or ill timing?
His son needs to shut the hell up, bro. Like people was listen. His son needs to shut the hell up because his son reminds everybody of him so much. It's almost like his son is cosplaying Diddy, bro. Like everything about him is like, oh, I'm gonna do this like my dad. Listen, you ain't gotta remind us of your dad because he never left. He's always around doing that. So you doing that just makes him look like you have no identity of your own. So I think that's the one thing. Listen, the Meek Mills and 50 Cent. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The 50 Cent aspect of it, listen, it's not that I did it. I still don't know why 50 doesn't like Diddy. But here's my thought on that, though, right? As far as I know, Diddy had Ciroc, right? Then 50 eventually came in and had his vodka brand. And I thought that maybe it was like a friendly competition, or maybe I don't like you because you're a competitor, right? Cool. So you've gone out of your way, though, every chance you get to say something negative about Diddy, right? And while you were doing this, you had your baby moms right there by your side, watching you talk down on Diddy for years. And everybody laughed and everybody thought it was funny. Okay, cool. But then your baby mom goes and get with your sworn enemy. Your sworn enemy. And she's watched you trash this man for year after year after year. And then she goes and have a kid with him. So now your son with this woman is Diddy's son's brother, right? Or whatever it is. So you're tied to Diddy for your whole life. So to me, I'm going to be honest with you. You might be entertained by whatever 50 says, right? And it's cool. I laugh at it too. I look forward to it for pop culture, and we follow it. That's fine. But in the end, all of it to me makes Diddy look like, it makes 50 looks like a sucker because he scooped your baby mom, right?
X.
Your ex, who you was with, and not only did I scoop your baby moms, I got a baby by her as well, right? So it's just like, bro, it looks now like you're mad because your ex is moving on with you. Like, don't get me wrong. If he's your ops and your girl is with your ops and you're mad, your ops won. You can take that L. So for me, I take 50 talking down on Diddy with a grain of salt because at the end, he scooped your baby moms and had a baby with your baby moms, bro. What?
Yeah, I don't look at it like that, bro. I don't look at it like that.
You can tell me. Listen, there's no joke that you can tell me worse than that.
I see. We look at that different because I don't. You saying he scooped her like she was still actively with him, and then she left 50 to be with him. That ain't the case.
Hey, Skinner, let me tell you this. Okay. If 50 Cent has a baby mom or girl who he's with right now, right this second. And he's talking about Meek Mill right now. If at any point in the future, if 50 Cent breaks up with his girl and Meek Mill slides in and scoops her, it's an L for 50. And the
Nah.
way I look at it, they say you can't listen, you can't think about that though, bro. If you
No, the difference. This is the key difference. If she was with 50 and Meek smashed while she was still with 50, and then she left to be with Meek, that's the L. But if he breaks up with her, no.
What makes it the L is that it's your ops. Your girl left. Your girl is rocking with the ops. Your ex girl is now rocking with the ops.
But it matters to me why she's your ex. Like, did I break up with her?
That part, see,
To
that's
me,
one thing
that
about it.
matters.
No, see that. So this is my thing. It does. So this is my thing because you have a lot. Because you're gonna have a lot to say about. You don't
I
hear me
can't
no
hear
more?
nothing you saying, bro.
Okay, hang on. Okay, here
But
we go. Can you hear
my
me?
thing is though, like I said, it matters to me if I break up with the girl, she's gone. That's the way I look at it.
No, so it's like this. It's like this. I think that Drake, if Drake came after, okay, so it's like this. If Drake bring up Rihanna to ASAP Rocky, right? You don't know that they were ever like that they had any issues. I think that Drake's issue with ASAP Rocky is the fact that she's with him, right? But if we had true beef and I was your op, and now I'm with your ex, like she was when you were talking that about me, she was with you, right? And she was riding with you. Now I got her. Like that's the bigger flex to me.
That's not no. We just gonna see this differently, bro. Because my thing is, if I left this chick,
It's because
that's
you
it.
R&B, bro. That's because you R&B, bro.
Nah,
It's the R&B, bro.
we
It's R&B. Listen,
we're gonna have to put that on the Slash Brothers podcast, bro.
understand what you said. Like I understand what you said. If you said left her, that's it. That's whatever. That's fine if it's any regular person because everybody has a past. We always talk about that, except that. But if your girl who's been with you while you've trashed your ops and now your ops have bagged her, bro, it's over. It voids out everything that you say. You can say whatever you had to say about me, but I done bagged the girl who you used to tell you loved, bro. It's rap. It's over. Like this is how I look at it. So I'm entertained and look forward to what 50 is having to say. But at the same time, if I look at it in the grand scheme of things, to me, it's like, all right, you seem to be a hater, bro. Like you seem to not like Diddy. And I don't see him go at anybody else but people in the rap community, black community. I don't see him go as hard at anybody else though, bro. And that's why it to me, look, if all he ever did was go around and start doing this with everybody, then I would look into it and look differently at it. But nah, he seems like he's a hater though, bro.
All right, next phase of this though. We get the apology from Diddy. So what does that mean now?
Doesn't mean nothing to me.
So there's
It's
no
too
comeback.
much. It's too much. It to me like this. Okay, it would be like you know when you saw like the Chris Brown and Rihanna, because that's what everybody always brings up. People have been bringing up. I need y'all to be dragging it the way that y'all drag Chris Brown. I think that what makes this worse is that with Chris Brown, only those two were there, and you didn't get to see it, so you don't really know how bad it is. And yeah, Rihanna was busted up, and you saw the mug shot and everything like that. And Chris Brown, you know, with the jail or whatever his thing is, that's cool. But nobody was there but them two, so nobody knew what was said except for them two. Whatever. I think that if the Chris Brown thing was captured on video, he would have been done for good. And it don't matter that he was 19 when it happened, he would be done. And so I think that the Diddy apology it's like you can't apologize after saying everything was untrue and then say, yeah, I was wilding that night. I'm sorry. Nah, you done to me.
No, I can understand that. But do you okay? So of course, people have been responding to his apology, and some people want to forgive him, not forgive him for what he did, but like we want him to get the help he needs, want him to become a better person, and basically wanting to get his redemption, not necessarily coming back within the industry, but redemption as a person. And so people been getting drugged for that.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. We're talking about Diddy. Let me just parallel this.
Mhm.
So what about Shia LaBeouf?
Shia
I
LaBeouf,
butcher his name. Shia
yeah,
LaBeouf.
Shia
I butcher his name every time. Okay, so Shia LaBeouf, right?
LaBeouf, Shia
Shia LaBeouf. So Shia LaBeouf, I recently saw that the Shade Room or Ball Alert or something like that had recently posted a picture of him, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he looks like he's in good health, and this is the he popped out. He don't ever be seen or whatever. He just kind of disappeared though, right?" So Shia LaBeouf then disappeared because he had beat his girl, right? Beat her to where she basically had like a nervous system deficiency or something like that. Beat the mess out of her, right? And then on top of that, she had to go to counseling. And he went up going to counseling. And he gave her an STD, a forever STD. And gave another girl a forever STD. But more than that, beat this girl basically to where she basically has like her whole nervous system is just different now, though, right? Knowing that, right? He's popped back up. Do you forgive? Does he deserve redemption to that?
I'm gonna be honest about the apology. The apology wasn't for me. The apology was for Cassie. So I think for
Did he
me,
say, hold on? Did he say, because I don't remember, did he
no, no,
say,
no, 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 no,
Cassie, I
no,
am sorry?
no, no, no.
Get out my face then, bro.
No, 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 no. You're holding on to the wrong point. That's not has nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm saying this. He apologized. What I'm saying, the apology wasn't me because I wasn't there, right? I had nothing to do with it. But what I'm saying is this: for me to look for some sort of forgiveness or whatever the case may be, it has to come from the person who was offended. Like if Rihanna came out and forgave Chris Brown, then who am I? Because she was the one that got beat up. So what
That
I'm
is different because listen, shortly a year after that happened, there were some pictures of Chris Brown and Rihanna booed up again out in the tropics somewhere. And so so that's the thing for me with the Chris Brown, the fact that Rihanna did, I was like, I'm done. I don't why should I have any animosity to Chris if she's forgiven? But do you think that Cassie has forgiven him?
No, I don't know if she is or not. I'm just talking about in any blanket statement, in any blanket situation. I'm about how does the person who was offended feel? That's what I'm about. Like I want to know the person who it actually affected. How do they feel about it? If they like, nope, I can never forgive them, then okay. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, no, man. This is the reason why I don't know if Cassie has any family. I know that her husband is like, yo, that was before my time. I mean, he was around, right? He was her trainer for a while, so maybe he knew. But this is why I'm grateful that I never grew up with a sister because listen, it is on site and that doesn't have an expiration date. And so for me, I don't know. Like for me, I don't know with seeing this on camera that even if Cassidy, I mean, I keep calling her Cassidy, but even if Cassie did forgive him, I don't know that I can as a fan, as just a casual viewer of the outside of looking in. It's not something that's forgivable to me. So for me, I'm completely off it though, bro. It's the same way how yeah, I'm not gonna go and ride to any new R. Kelly stuff after you see the tape, right? It's like yeah, you can separate the two, but I can't support anything beyond that aspect of it, like I did before, right? So to me, it does change it, and I think that certain things can be so egregious, bro, that you can't come back from that. And to me, it's one of those things where the next person might say it's okay, but for me, it's not something that you can come back from. Not get the kind of support that I get.
That was the question I was trying to see. Is this something that he could ever come back from? And you said no. That's what I want.
Not for me. Now, I responded to that post. There is a way he can redeem himself. There's redemption. The redemption is Diddy has to save an entire church of about 1,500 or more people from a burning fire where only he could have saved these people. And he has to do it one by one at a time, where he saved 1,500 plus people from a burning fire in a church. And while that's going on, Tamla Man has to be on the sidewalk singing, "Take Me to the King," while he's saving them. And only he could do it. Nobody else could do it for some reason. He went and pulled 1,500 plus people out of a burning fire at a church, one by one. Then he could do it. That's how he would be redeemed. But Tamla Man has to be there singing, "Take Me to the King." And she's looking real thin now too, bro. I need to have proof that it was her. And she needs to be on camera to verify that he did it while he's saving these people from a burning fire, bro.
And then if that happens, then I'll announce LeBron as the GOAT.
Well, then that's when Diddy will be forgiven by me. Now, to somebody else, they might say no. He might be able to do something else. He might do enough. If you want redemption from me, that's how you do it, though.
What you got for the weekend, bro?
I need to get my goals knocked out, bro. So it's going. We raining. We getting rain out this way from like Friday all the way through Monday, or maybe even Thursday out through Monday. So I think I'm gonna be. I don't plan to be out and about too much though, man. But because of that, I mean, I figure it's good a time as any to go ahead and get some of these. If I can get my stuff wrapped up today, then I got these other 2 songs that I want to start working on. And so hopefully I don't get my music ADD and start bouncing all over the place though, man. So that's what I'm trying to do though, man. Tighten up some stuff. Because I'm planning my release for these songs. I think they're keepers and I want to put them out as singles though.
Well, that's what's up, bro. We the Slash Brothers.
Man?
Oh man, same thing. Trying to get this song done. You know, my week is super busy because of all the ways I got to move around with getting Sarah home from the hospital. So if I can get that song done by this weekend, that would be great.
So, dope.
We the Slash Brothers. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining, and we will catch y'all on the next one.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig it, sucker?